All my 24F friends think I should dump my boyfriend, 23 meters. Hi, I'm a first-time user and not completely sure if this post is formatted right, but I'm trying. This is a long story, but recently I've started to pull the veil off my eyes as to how I let others treat me, and it's started to shift my perspective on my partner. We have been together 5 months and it feels like my friends and I have compiled a long list of red flags, but it's hard for me because there is also so much good my friends aren't there for. I'm not entirely sure if I'm blowing this out of proportion, so I wanted to run it by an anonymous forum and get unbiased opinions. My friends are pushing that the bad outweighs the good, so I am going to list out the bads that are chipping away at our relationship. My problems with him started with his obsession with his phone/video games/social media. He likes thirst traps all the time but never my pictures. The amount of thirst traps he likes is also concerning, but not enough to actually warrant a confrontation. He's so sucked into his electronics though that it is all he does all day every day. He lives rent-free with friends and only has to take out the trash and his dishes, and can't even do that because he's too busy with video games or his SoundCloud career. Because of his what feels like absence due to electronics, I ask him for very minimal reassurance and affection to make sure we are on the same page. Also, he's my boyfriend and we are in a pandemic. I need affection. He's literally turned me down for cuddling to play video games. Despite always being on his phone, he can't be bothered to send me a text message that doesn't sound like a grandma or toddler drafted it. They're all short and bare minimum replies. He acts less than enthusiastic to hang out when I ask, and I've been trying to give him space. The parts where my friends are saying I need to dump him is because he steals from me, lies about it, and also doesn't seem to care about how I'm actually doing. One of the big issues is, I have chlamydia. I'd if I got it before my boyfriend or from my boyfriend, but either way I went and got diagnosed and received meds for it. Here's the problem, my boyfriend won't go to the doctor for himself. He doesn't have a valid ID and can't go without one. He refuses to get his ID renewed. So I can't start my meds if we are still having sex, because if he has it I'm just going to re-get it from him. This has caused a huge issues with my friends and has one of my friends breathing down my neck yelling at me to dump him because he doesn't care about my health. He also has depression, which causes this lack of motivation or self-care, but refuses to get therapy or meds for that either. Another issue, my friends are insistent I should dump him for his stealing and lying. My boyfriend and I are avid smokers and I don't like to travel with it, so I leave it at his house. My boyfriend doesn't have a job, nor does it seem like he intends to get one soon. I currently have a job, an internship and a full-time college student, so anything we do I pay for it, anything we smoke I pay for it, anything we eat. You get the idea. Well, I noticed a few times that my stuff had gone missing or been severely depleted while I wasn't there. I confronted him about smoking my supply and he denied it at first. Eventually he admitted to it and apologized. He said he was afraid I'd be mad in the first place, so he didn't want to tell me, which I for some reason accepted as an excuse. He also eats all the snacks I buy for us while I'm not there. He keeps apologizing for it and hasn't done it since until recently. On New Year's Eve I found out he stole a small amount of my stuff. I confronted him about it and he threw my grinder at my pipe and screamed at me, then ran away from me. This isn't the first time he has blown up on me for bringing up valid concerns with his treatment. I was afraid to tell my friend about it because I knew she would just tell me to dump him again. She said his behavior was abusive and that he doesn't respect me. So I guess what I'm getting at here, Reddit, should I break up with him? Is this something I can wait out, or is this as good as it will get? Should I break up with him? Yes. 1. Chlamydia. Please take those tablets and do not have sex with him. 2. No job, and does not intend to get one. 3. Bad roommate. Doesn't clean, or do agreed chores. 4. Prioritizes screen time and games over you. 5. You pay for everything and he steals from you. You've been with him for 5 months and this is supposed to be the time when people show their best sides to each other. This is his best side. Please dump this fetid waste man, and please also look into some therapy. You deserve so much better than this. Honestly, halfway through this list, There were already way too many red flags to stay with him, and the rest is even worse. You're dating a child and an addict. Your friends are completely right. Don't settle for someone who doesn't treat you right. He's awful, seriously. Read your post again. He's extremely toxic. So he's okay with reinfecting you with chlamydia, steals from you, lies to you, has outbursts of anger, has no job, doesn't do housework, and would rather play video games than spend time with you. Why are you putting up with this? There's nothing to wait out. This guy is just awful. I'm sorry, did I just read that you have untreated chlamydia, and that you are not taking the medication, which is literally 2 pills, to treat it? Girl, untreated chlamydia can cause PID. That is serious. It can lead to infertility, among many other extremely unpleasant symptoms. Take your medication. Stop letting this asshole inside you. What are you thinking? Your friends are 100% right. This guy is a total dirtbag freeloader. Get him out of your life before he ruins it. This was so upsetting to read. Please know you are worth more than this terrible person. So far, all the replies here are about your boyfriend. I want to talk about you. I don't know how to say this without coming across blunt, so I apologize in advance if this upsets. There is something seriously wrong with you and you need to get help. Go back to your doctor and tell them what you have told us. Your behavior here is not normal. Why are you sleeping with a man who makes you ill? Why haven't you taken your medication? Why don't you care about your own health? Your attitude here is deeply concerning, and I'm worried that even when you do leave this man, you're going to jump right into another abusive relationship. It's clear that you desperately need affection so bad that you'll put up with any old shit to get it. Cure that or your whole life will be like this. I agree. Please get help for yourself. Check out the book Women Who Love Too Much and please heal yourself. You deserve more. Me, 35F, with my partner 43M, 19 years. I think our relationship is at breaking point, but he won't admit it. So I met my partner several years ago. I was 16 at the time. I had our son when I was 20 and our twin girls when I was 23. So our 3 children are aged 15, 12 and 12. We have been cohabiting ever since. He has asked me a few times to marry him, but I've always been so reluctant. I can't think I can marry a man I do not trust. He last proposed on Christmas 2019, which was at his family Christmas party, which I was a little disappointed because apart from my children, none of the people I cared about was there. I said yes, as it would have been very awkward if I said no, in front of his siblings and their family. Truth is, I don't think I can ever marry him. I don't trust him. There's been too many incidents which clearly shows he had cheated, although he never admits to it. He always finds a way to find an excuse to explain whatever I had seen. Naive and probably stupid, I've always forgiven him, mainly because of the children. I wanted them to have a nuclear family, something I never had as I was raised by my aunt. I do feel I'm suffering in silence. People admire our family outside, but I'm not happy at home. We're hardly intimate, maybe once in 5/6 weeks if I don't force him. He says he has a low libido, but I'm not sure that's true. Rather than have sex, he will suggest doing other things which he think I like even more. He even encouraged me to buy sex toys to give him a break. Apart from sex, there's no affection between us. No kissing, cuddles or reaffirmation of love. The last time I mentioned how I felt to him, he brought up a quote from a Chinese philosopher about loving without expectations and loving from afar. He reckons I have high expectations of him which he can't meet. He doesn't think we have a problem because we enjoy each other's company. We watch movies together, have a laugh, etc. To me though, the relationship seems very platonic, almost like we're really close friends or siblings. I've cheated in the past because I was so desperate for attention. He's aware and he changed a bit, then went back to his usual self. It's as if he just wants me there. He doesn't want to be intimate with me, but he doesn't want me to gain any satisfaction from outside. It's really unbearable and affects my confidence. I can't see anything wrong with me. I don't feel like I'm bad looking. I'm a size 12 and because I had children early, People find it hard to believe I even have kids. He also has a password on his phone. I've discussed being transparent with him. He changed his password to my name for a short while, then changed it to something else later. He could be talking to who knows and I wouldn't know. His phone is always on silence and he sleeps with his phone under his pillow. There's just so much I could write all day. I need advice because having him around helps me financially as we split everything. Our son can be hard work sometimes and he tends to listen to his dad more. I know I would struggle to keep him under control without his dad being there. I don't know whether to follow my heart and tell him to leave and possibly struggle financially and possibly mentally with my son. Or do I keep going and manage like I've been doing all these years until my children are adults, then I can start anew? Intimacy has always been an issue in our relationship, to be fair, and he always had an excuse. From not having a job and being depressed to having to travel so far for work and being tired and stressed. Although he most likely cheated all these times. I've had a lady call me and leave me a voicemail whilst she was drunk saying she's F-king my man. I've seen photos, videos, all sorts. He doesn't look his age, so I've seen messages from him to ladies lying about his age. I've seen a dating app on his phone. Lists goes on. What could be happening with him and what should I do? I'm supposed to be in a relationship but I feel so alone. Thanks and sorry for long message, too long didn't read, mandatory summary / question. It sounds like no, you want or need to move on. So if what you're looking for is permission, then we can give it. It does not sound like things will improve, so it is time to think about what will be best for your mental health, stability, and happiness. Also 16 and 24 is a huge gap to start. Aside from cheating, I'd be worried he is grooming again. I'm so sorry. All I can say is that you need to get out. I have a feeling the reason your relationship is so loveless is because he's attracted to teenagers. It's not normal for a 24-year-old to be interested in a 16-year-old. I think he groomed you and he's possibly grooming other girls on the side. This whole situation is so sad, and I'm so sorry. I hope you find the help you need. It sounds complicated, but a few things come to mind, in no particular order. He's always been in control of your life. It started at a disadvantage with a mid-20s person grooming a child for a relationship, and maintaining control since, through hiding and manipulation. He's been gaslighting you when it comes to cheating too. He doesn't respect you and thinks he can control you and do what he likes. Your children know the real state of your family, and it is affecting at least one of your children, your son. He sees his father disrespecting you and does the same. This man is his role model. Will you be happy if your son grows up to be a copy of him, in a relationship with a much younger unhappy woman? Do you have a daughter? How would you feel if she got together with a man in his mid-20s in the next year or so? Would you think she needed protecting? He has set things up for you to need him financially. If you leave, you get access to financial support regardless of your marital status, so you don't need to worry about that. Don't you deserve to be happy and fulfilled? If you don't put your needs first, then who will? You're still a young woman. I'd advise you to reevaluate your life, be honest about your needs, and make a plan for what you want your life to be. You were awfully young when you took up with a man who was, at that point, much older than you. This life is not a dress rehearsal. I'd never advise infidelity, and I'm not now, but you deserve, as all people, an honest chance at some reasonable happiness. Your so isn't even trying. Exhale, think about what you want/need, and act. Best of luck to you! Thank you. Definitely need to reevaluate. I feel like I do this every year, but now I need to act. I, 24F, am just now realizing that everyone in my life takes advantage of me. I have always been the girl that everyone says is so nice. In 8th grade I wanted to change myself from being dark and bitchy to being really kind and approachable. So that's what I did, and it just kind of stuck for the rest of my life. Making other people feel good makes me feel good. But I'm realizing now that this has led to my inability to set boundaries and have control over my own life. Here are some examples. 1. I live 45 minutes from both my boyfriend and my mother. They live in different directions from each other as well, and I'm constantly driving to them. It's just assumed that I'll come to them. I've been in my apartment since May, and both my boyfriend and my mom have been to my place twice, while I'm at both of their houses at least twice a week. My boyfriend does not work and my mom works from home. I work 2 different jobs as well as tutor 3 nights a week. It was my birthday a few days ago and nobody even offered to come to me. I had to drive 45 minutes to my mom's and then 45 minutes to my boyfriend's. 2. I constantly feel like I have to hide my free time from the people in my life. If my mother, boyfriend, co-workers find out that I'm not working, they instantly try to tell me what I should be doing for them. Things like, if you're not doing anything then why aren't you here? You should be doing _ if you're not working, etc. I feel like I have no autonomy over my own schedule. 3. I'm always the person who works the most at any job I have because everyone knows if they ask me to cover I will say yes. Yet it's always hard for me to find coverage when I need it. 4. My boyfriend uses me the most. We dated for 2 years previously, but he broke up with me about a year ago. He continued to sleep with me for 9 months and lied to my face about sleeping with other people. We got back together while I was still under the impression that we had only slept with each other during our break. I only found about the other people because we ran into someone he slept with while we were at a party together. I later came to find that he slept with more people during the time we were broken up than I have slept with in my whole life. I help my boyfriend with literally everything, but he doesn't help me at all. There is a lot more, but this is the biggest in my opinion. I'm just seeing this all now, but it's making me feel really depressed, and I'm usually very happy and upbeat. I just want people to want to treat me the way I treat them. How can I make people respect me without changing who I am? I don't want to stop being kind just because people take advantage. Too long didn't read. Everyone in my life takes advantage of my kindness, and I don't know how to address it without changing who I am. I like who I am and I don't want to change.